Hey movie buffs, I hope you're having a good day. So The Exorcist Believer is coming later this year and it's already got people talking. But is it a good idea or is it yet another ill-fated legacy sequel? Let's take a closer look and break down the pros and cons of the upcoming Exorcist return. One of the pros of the new Exorcist is people still like these movies. Ghost and possession movies are still very popular. And obviously since The Exorcist, many movies about possession have been gigantic successes. Some of them have been quite good too. Of course, some of them have been absolute Reagan puke, but nevertheless. People have an appetite for this stuff, and of course the granddaddy of them all, in The Exorcist, has every right to experience a slice of the possession pie that is still very popular. And of course it could indeed deliver it with more spectacle, respect and genuinity than a lot of the others because it came first. It automatically commands more reverence. If they can pull it off, we need a spectacle horror movie, one that puts the big time feeling back into horror. And The Exorcist is perfect for that. The legacy of that original movie automatically makes this film sit on a higher pedestal than your conventional ghost possession film, because it's dealing in serious territory. It's not just popcorn fun, and it could hopefully show other horror franchises how it's done. I hope they take that approach and make things deadly serious, because The Exorcist is the right franchise to give us a meaningful and thoughtful horror journey that we won't forget right away, just as people didn't back in 1973. The movie of course will feature Ellen Burstyn, who played Chris McNeil in the original movie. Burstyn's return is particularly exciting as she was a standout in the original movie, and her character's story arc was left unresolved. There are at least places you can go with this character, and her being involved gives the film a sense of prestige and respect right away. I suppose they could go the route of Halloween Laurie Strode, where how has this affected this woman? I would like to see her strong and that she's become resilient from her experience and she's confident against the paranormal. And the sad thing is it could actually go horribly wrong, as she could end up like a lot of older actresses who have returned to franchises where they're just there as a token character to say to the audience, look, see, they're back, come and see it. They're back in front of the camera. Yeah, but what are you actually doing with her? Doesn't matter, they're back, mate, you gotta watch it. But you know what, having a woman of her age back in a substantial role in a horror movie really is nothing but a positive, and she deserves all the respect in the world. I just hope they do her justice. Now let's get into some of the mixed elements and of course the negatives about the upcoming Exorcist Believer, because let's be honest, that's why you're all here. You're all negative Nellies, just like me. So David Gordon Green, despite going rapidly downhill with the Halloween movies, still brought Halloween back from the scrap heap and made people excited about it again. You have to give him credit for that. Maybe he can do that for The Exorcist. Of course, I'm cautious because the Halloween films kind of felt like only one of them was a genuine Halloween film, and the other two were Gordon Green wanting to make a different movie and just using Halloween so he could actually get people to watch it. Based on what happened with Halloween, I genuinely see no reason why Gordon Green has earned the right to do 3 Exorcist movies. Why 3? 3 is the magic number. I love this current movie climate we're in where people literally walk in the door and they go, right, trilogy. What? Sorry, what? Yeah, trilogy, you're making 3 films, mate. No matter what. No matter what, we are planning on 3 films. For example, if Nightmare on Elm Street comes back, Robert Englund can only do 1 movie, so he will be disqualified from coming back. You want to know why? Because the studios want to make multiple films. I think it's very dangerous to walk into a franchise that you're bringing back that already people love and just be automatically making multiple movies, because you're just brazenly saying we want to milk this. It just makes the whole thing cynical, and immediately people raise their eyebrows because before you've even given them the Return of the Exorcist, you're planning to force 3 films simply because the franchise has a name. And to be frank, by Halloween Ends, David Gordon Green's Halloween was a load of old arse, so even though the guy is capable, is he really ultimately the right pick to do 3 bloody Exorcist movies? I don't think this guy deserves to be handed perhaps the 2 most famous and heralded horror movies ever. Let's be honest, with movie buffs it really is all about the original Halloween Exorcist. And we're giving this random comedy director the keys to the car. How in the name of God is he going to make something that lives up to the original? The Exorcist is not only one of the greatest horrors ever made, it's one of the greatest movies ever made too. Everything about the film works. The truly nerve-wracking tension in that film, the slow build-up, the true horror on screen still works today. It felt new, it felt revolutionary, it blew people's minds at the time, it felt offensive to many, like people couldn't live with the fact that this film existed. Let's be honest, now, in 2023, we've seen The Exorcist 2,000 times. We've seen sequels, we've seen spin-offs, we've seen new possession movies, we've seen pretty much every version of a movie like this we can possibly see. What else can a brand new Exorcist movie give me? The frustrating thing is, like Halloween, I'm very suspicious that Gordon Green is just going to insert his own plot ideas and his own sensibilities. And I don't want to see that. But we really got no choice, because ultimately, with a lot of these legacy sequels, there's not many places to go with bringing it back, so the directors just end up doing their own thing and people hate it anyway. And even if he doesn't do that, even if he tries to make it true to the original as possible, how is he going to make anything slightly like the original without it feeling like a retread? David Gordon Green is caught in the trap that all these legacy sequels put themselves in willingly, that he put himself in with the Halloween sequels. Change too much, it doesn't work. Change too little, it doesn't work. The answer's simple, perhaps stop trying to do legacy sequels to every heralded thing in the universe. To wrap this up, I think Evil Dead Rise was pretty much the pinnacle, the culmination of possession movies. What happened in that movie shocked me. And guess what? You're not going to match what happened in that film. That movie pulled out all the stops and put a cork in the bottle for me, for crazy possession movies. You either outdo that, which dear God I don't know how you do, or you run the risk of actually looking quite tame compared to what we've seen in recent years. And what we've seen since 1973, to be frank. I just don't know what you do with this that's actually going to shock or surprise audiences. The whole religion versus the devil anxiety idea is kind of gone and isn't taken seriously anymore. The horror of a mother seeing her child descend over the supernatural edge has been told in many films since. The scares, the style, the beats of possession movies have been reproduced 100 times. I mean, of course, back in the 70s, seeing Reagan swear and spit vulgarities at a priest about his mother was quite shocking. Nowadays, people have seen and been exposed to so much in so many movies and so many shows and so much media and so much stuff in life that you just can't really get under people's skin today. And that's what you want from The Exorcist. It's an attack on people's sensibilities and what they hold dear. You have to make them genuinely uncomfortable. And in 2023, when everyone and their mother is already online deliberately trying to shock everyone, how on earth are you going to do that? Either David Gordon Green has an absolute ace up his sleeve, or this could go horribly wrong. I'm open to giving it a chance, as I have to be fair, but I'll be honest, I'm very cautious and not especially optimistic. But I'm open to being proved wrong. What are you guys' thoughts about the upcoming Exorcist Believer? Let me know in the comments below. Are you looking forward to this? Are you not? What do you think about the points I raised? Please consider subscribing to this channel if you love breakdowns, if you love retrospectives, if you love analysis for movie buffs. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.